Equestria Daily finds, collects, and features the best fan-made pony content, making it easier for you to find. Visit us to find art, pony news, video games, music, PMVs, plushies, animation, interviews, episode follow-ups, Trixie, fanfiction, cosplay, merchandise, propaganda, polls, editorials.
Visit EquestriaDaily.com today.
Alright, now where is that dog who's supposed to pay me?
Hey, but what's up? UltraMag64 here, and today guys, I'm bringing you with a My Little Pony game from Gameloft. Now, unfortunately, this week's kind of going to be a weird week. We're going to have to switch back to the old style of doing things where I'm just going to be talking mostly and just doing stuff, because unfortunately, due to recent events, I believe if you watched yesterday's video of the vlog update, you'll know why, but essentially, I don't have any time to devote to this game right now, and B, I just don't have a whole lot of free time in general, so I've kind of had like no time to do anything in this game. So unfortunately what we were working on is the Finding Fun. I just learned last week that this quest is a timed quest and it's going to be going away soon, so I kind of have to finish it, but to do that we kind of need more time. So anyway, so basically what today's plan is we're going to try and get through as much as we can. We're probably not going to finish this quest this episode. Normally, if I could do it the way I've been doing it the last couple weeks, which is cutting and doing stuff, more off-camera stuff, we would be able to. But unfortunately, due to the fact that I just don't have as much time anymore, I just don't have the time to record this the way I want to now, because I have to, you know, I've got school, and on top of that my job, and on top of that trying to manage this thing, and school's really kicking my butt this time around because I picked a stupid biology class, and good gravy, Magnus is many things, but a scientist he is not, and it's just become a big mess. So yeah, but nonsense aside, what happened in the world of ponies this week? Well, not a whole lot. not a whole lot. But I do want to talk about something that I've been kicking around for a while. And you might have noticed it during this this video at the start of it. You might have seen an ad for Equestria Daily. Now, before we talk about it, Equestria Daily is not sponsoring me in any way, shape, or form. They're not paying me to do that. I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart and wanting to do it. I love Equestria Daily. Like, Equestria Daily, that's my main source for all things pony news. Also, I did this. I don't know if I talked about this, but I did this in my spare time. But we're going to start cleaning up Sweet Apple Acres. Anyway, so I've always loved Equestria Daily. Equestria Daily has been my main source for all things pony. It's gotten a lot of things that I've really enjoyed. It's how I get a lot of my games and a lot of my news and stuff like that, so I can stay up to date with a lot of the goings on in the show. So I mean, that's kind of how I've kind of been able to do a whole lot of this stuff, is via Equestria Daily. And again, they're not paying me to say this. They're not, you know, compensating me in any way, shape, or form. They're not even probably... I don't think I've ever been spotlight on their channel, or not their channel, their website before. Although I did notice that on some, like, when I was looking at my analytics, it did say that some traffic was coming from Equestria Daily, but I, for the life of me, can't find anywhere where they've spotlit me. So, if someone knows, hey, let me know in, like, the comments where it's at so I can look at it and be like, oh, that's awesome. But, anyway, they've, like, never spotlit me or anything like that, and that's fine. I'm not asking them to do that once I'm doing this type of thing. I just want to do it because I love Equestria Daily, and I want them to keep being a thing that's around for a long time, because my main old saying is vote with your wallet, and if you believe in something, you should support it. And so it's like, cool, well, unfortunately I don't have any money to contribute to their Patreon, which they did actually start doing a Patreon to kind of support the website and make it more of a thing they can do on a more regular basis, because a lot of them are like me, where it's like they're doing this on the side of everything else, and it's like, running a news site, like running a Let's Play channel is hard enough. Running a news site is even harder, because you have to stay on top of everything. You have to get all these sponsors and all the news sources and stuff like that, and articles have to be written, proofread, and just a whole bunch of stuff that I have no experience in whatsoever. But I'd love to be a part of the Equestria Daily team, but unfortunately I don't think I have anything that would be worthwhile to contribute. But I will say that I love Equestria Daily, and I wish I could support them on their Patreon, because again I want to stress I'm not being compensated in any way, shape, or form. If they do happen to spotlight this video, that's cool, but that's unbeknownst to me. Like, that is their jam. If they want to do that, that's fine, but as far as them contacting me in any way, shape, or form, they have not done so, and that's fine, you know? I'm not gonna ask them to do that. Anyway, and so running a news website on top of, normal life stuff can be kind of hectic. Like I said, I'm trying to run a YouTube channel with, with me, myself, and I, basically. And, it's no cakewalk, especially with college and a part-time job. It's hard. And so I fully am with them when it's like, hey, we need more money to be able to fund this and keep it being a thing. And so it's like, if there's anything I can do, I'm gonna do it. So I figured that they released their new YouTube ad, which is that entire video you just saw, that 30 seconds there. Not sure why they decided to just release it as an ad instead of as a ad revenue thing. I guess because it's technically a fan thing, and so they can't do it through official channels, I guess. I don't know. But regardless, I feel that I want to try and get the word out as much as possible. I know probably most of you know about Equestria Daily, and if you don't, then hey, it's the #1 source for all things pony news. I know there's a lot of other news sites. I think, is Derpy News still a thing, or did that get shut down? I can't remember. A ton of sites have come and gone. Equestria Gaming, was just poof. It just gone. And that was one of my sources for getting all my games was oh, Equestria Gaming, awesome. They've got a new demo out. Awesome, I'm gonna play that. But Equestria Daily has quickly become, my spot for gaming, because they spotlight games and stuff like that I can play. And that's how I generally find out about things. So usually, if Equestria Daily is, posted about it, I already know about it. Because I also have their app. Now, their app is, he's doing the thing. Their app is really handy. It's on Android and iOS. And it's very nice, nicely done. I especially like it on Android. Android would probably be my preferred Equestria Daily browsing experience, because I like the way they've coded the Android app with a lot of nice transitions and stuff like that. But both apps, in my opinion, are very good. I've used them both for a long time, ever since they released it, which I believe was, oh gosh, was it back in the year, 2012, was it? Or what? No, wait. I don't remember when it was. Jeez. I know I've had it for a long time, though. I just can't remember, when they started it. But I've had that app for a long time, and I actually have it to where it notifies me whenever they post a new thing. And I love that about the app. I love that. And, of course it has ads, but you can also pay for those to be gone too, which, part of me's, it's a little bit conflicted with that, because unfortunately they're kind of, run with ads. That's the only way they can make money is through ads and through Patreon. And so it's it's kind of cool, do I support them via this, or do I just pay for the app to have no ads, So it's kind of a, because I don't really like ads. I'm not an ad block user, but I don't really care for ads, especially malicious ones. And so, that's why I have YouTube Red, and I pay for the Hulu subscription where I don't have any ads, because I don't like them. But as someone who also makes his money from ad revenue, which is why I'm hoping that everyone watching doesn't have ad block, because good gravy, that can be detrimental to a YouTube, or anyone using ad revenue to make money, because if you don't see the ads, as annoying as they are, then we don't make any money, and we end up going homeless and broke and out on the street, and then you don't get any content anymore. So, I mean, you know, it's kind of a, you know, please just bear with us on this one. You know, and I'm not gonna shame anybody who uses AdBlock. I understand why it exists, and it's fine. You know, it's just kind of I get it. You know, I think that ads do need to change the way they're doing things because it's just not like the way they're currently doing things. I think they're trying to change things a bit, but a lot of the ads are still just this annoying and malicious thing, and I personally can understand why people would block them. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about Equestria Daily because I don't have anything else to talk about because I didn't prepare, and I don't have enough time to prepare, and I'm just going to keep going. This train's going to go off the rails and into the ground, and it's fine. So anyway, so yeah, Equestria Daily is a great site. I would recommend, if you haven't checked it out yet, then hey, just type in equestriadaily.com on your web browser. You'll find it. It's there. And they have, like the ad said, like they have all the news on all the plushies, all that stuff. And it's actually how I meet a lot of the artists that do a lot of my commission work that I get. Like my OC was, I believe, what was their name? What's their darn name? Zoke, I think, was their name? I don't know. I'll try and find them. I don't know if they're actually on Tumblr anymore. That's where I originally found them. I think their Tumblr got deleted or something like that. But anyway, they sponsored them and spotlit them. Sorry, and I was like, oh, cool, it's awesome. I'm gonna ask. I like their art style. I'm gonna ask if they can commission my OC, and they did, and that's how you see the OC you have now. And for my Equestria Girls OC, I actually had another artist do it. I believe his name is McBlack. And he's a wonderful artist. I loved working with him. He was a great treat to work with. In fact, like most of the artists I've commissioned have actually been really great. Like I haven't had a bad experience. Well, except for one who I won't name. But needless to say, like I commissioned an animation and the animation didn't get done. And this was my first time commissioning somebody, and so I wasn't exactly, you know, I just paid him up front. I was like, here's your money. I want this done. And I never got the animation done. So, yeah, that was a learning experience for me. But that's neither here nor there. You know, that just happens sometimes. And I don't hold a grudge against the person or anything like that. But it was just a thing that happened. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Mick Black. But like the Another artist I commissioned was the guy who did the Twilight Escapes thumbnail. I actually commissioned him to do a piece of art. Now, granted, on this one, I actually got the artist that actually was doing the game work, the game art in the game. So it was really cool. It was really cool to have him do the art for a thumbnail because it made me feel like I was like, oh man, I'm like part of the game or something like that. Which, I mean, I'm not. Granted, I feel like I'm probably the one that, like, that's another one of those series, like, I'm most known for. Like, I'm known for a lot of things on YouTube. Like, I'm known for Pinkamena, this, and Twilight Escapes, I think, are the big major ones. And maybe Harmony Quest. I don't know if I'm known for that one, though. I think I was, like, the first one to do that one, though. But first doesn't always mean, well, the most known for. But, It was really cool working with the guy that worked on the game, just because what had happened was I'd actually asked him, like, hey, you know, I want to do this Let's Play about Twilight Escapes. I love the game, and I want to get the games. I want to see if I can get the game's artist to do a thumbnail for me. And he was like, well, yeah, sure, I can do that. And I was like, well, here's the thing. I already have like an idea of what the thumbnail could be. And I sent him like a very, very rough thumbnail. You know, the thumbnails I make and stuff like that, they're not exactly the best. But I do attempt. Anyway, I sent him a rough thumbnail. I don't even think I have the concept anymore. Jeez. I wonder if I could dig through my emails and find it. If I can, I'll put it up on screen. But it was very, very rough. But I used like perspective tools and stuff like that to kind of get the wall exactly the way I wanted it, and have twilight. I had a vector of twilight. I used a lighting effect to make her horn glow and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, like he was like, wow, this looks really good. And I was like, oh, thank you. I mean, it's nothing compared to what you make, but I mean, thank you. That's really nice. I'm glad you understand at least what I want. And it's always nice to see like commissioned artists like you just click with them, and then the pieces just fall into place. And then you make this beautiful thing, and then it turns out that everyone likes it, and then it's just great, it's a wonderful feeling. That's why I still herald Twilight Escapes as my favorite thing I've ever done ever. Like, even more than this, and even more than, like any other game I think that that I've made like, Harmony Quest was another one that was really popular, but it's like, I still, like, have such fond memories of Twilight Escapes. And I still haven't seen the sequel to the game that dude's making. I'm pretty sure I asked about it on I think one of these, and I don't think he responded, but I think someone asked him, and then they told me. So I don't know, man. I'm getting secondhand information. I've not gotten any info from him. I wish he would contact me. That'd be wonderful to be able to be like, hey, look, I know that you really liked Twilight Escapes, and I know that it did really good on your channel, so here, I want you to, do this. Because I would love to, get more pony games out there for people. Like it's like, if that's why I have an email for anyone to email me. It's like, if you have a pony game that you're developing and you're like, hey, look, I would love for you to showcase this. Because it's like, if nothing else on my channel does good, ponies do good on this channel. So it's like, I take full advantage of that. So it's like, I'll be like, cool, awesome. I know that ponies will do wonders for this. And that's how I get, that's how I'd like to spread the word about good games. What was it called? Unicorn Training, was it Unicorn Training Grounds? I think that was it. Not Tales of Etria. That was a horrible, horrible mobile game. I think it was Unicorn Training, I think, was the name. I keep, thinking it has, a different subtitle or something like that, and I can't think of it. But, anyway, the game that Tony Yotes made, and that actually got me into Tony's work, because I was like, I legitimately enjoyed this game. It was really, really fun. Again, I'm pretty sure I wasn't, the big... that's another one I'm not sure I'm known for on YouTube. But I know that a lot of people really enjoyed my playthrough of it. And Tony included, which made me feel even better. You wouldn't imagine, how many devs are, really, really excited and stuff that I showcase their games and stuff. Even if the video doesn't do that good, they're still just, enamored with this small-time YouTuber just being like, hey, he actually played my game, and I love it. Let me think. The guys that did oh darn it, what was it called? Paper. It was Papercraft? Paper Cut? No. Dang it. Paper Jam? I can't think of the name of the game. I could tell you what it looks like. It was the little 2D platformer that had Papercraft graphics, and it was a little indie game, really fun, really enjoyable, beautiful game. Really, really loved the graphics on that one. And the developers actually sent me a Christmas note. That was basically like, thank you for playing our game. We really appreciated you playing it, and we just wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is last year, and it just warmed my heart, and that's kind of the thing that makes me really glad that I do this kind of stuff. Even if the video doesn't do good, I don't care. It's I know and understand that it's most of you guys come here for this, pony content, and that's fine. I'm not gonna force people to watch every single video, because that's unrealistic. People can't watch everything you upload, especially if you're like Markiplier, who uploads 2 videos a day. You know, not everyone's going to watch both videos a day. Not everyone has that kind of time. You know, and on top of that, they're subscribed to hundreds of other YouTubers. So it's like, you know, asking people to watch every single video is unrealistic. You can only, you know, hope and try your best. And if a video does good, then the video does good, you know? Another one that really warmed my heart was Exile's End. They actually, I believe are they Jester Games or Chester Games? I know they have, like, their logo is like 2 Cthulhu chess pieces, and I love that logo. But they actually sent me an email like months after I played their game, like months. I'd actually forgotten I'd actually played it, and they'd sent me an email saying like, "Thank you so much for playing our game. We really loved your video, and we're so happy that you enjoyed the game." And you know, that like really warmed my heart, because it was like, wow, you know, it's very humbling to have that. I mean, I would hope I wouldn't get a big head if I ever got, you know, large on YouTube, which I'm never going to, probably. You know, I'm comfortable where I'm at. You know, if I do get bigger, then that's fine. You know, that happens. But it's like, if it doesn't, you know, it's not a big deal. As long as I have, you know, the occasional dev be very thankful about, you know, the video I make about them, then that's all I need. You know, that's all I care about. You know, is making people happy and showcasing really fun, really good games on the channel. That's pretty much it. I mean, everything else is just gravy after that. But it's nice to, and it's a good thing. It's part of the. I know I harp a lot on the bad things about YouTube, and I tell people all the time, you know, if you're wanting to get into YouTube, know what you're getting into, and that statement is very true. You know, you should know what you're getting into. YouTube is a lot of work. It is. And some days I even, like, I'm like, why am I doing this? Why? I am literally hemorrhaging money on this channel because I put in like 8 hours of work from recording, editing, making thumbnails, etc. Everything put together, it's a full-time job. And it's like, I literally can't, well, figuratively, I can't, like, just do everything. I don't have any time anymore on my hands, and it's a process, you know? To get even to where I am, where it's like, I'm not the most professional or good YouTuber on YouTube, you know? It was a bit of a process, and it took me 5 years to get where I am. You know, it takes a long time to build up a fan base or an audience on YouTube, on anywhere, really. I mean, if you think about it, you're not just going to become big overnight. I mean, you know, sometimes that does happen to some people, but it's just not realistic to think that's just going to happen every time for every person. You know, you just have to keep going. You can't be discouraged from doing it. Especially if it's something you want to do. Like my friend, he wants to make a YouTube channel, and I'm more than happy to help him. I'm, again, not the best YouTuber. I'm, like, honestly, if you guys want to start a YouTube channel, do not base your channel off of mine, because mine has a time limit and will probably die and become irrelevant. You know, within 4 or 5 years, I'm probably going to not be able to be a YouTuber anymore. Just because I don't think that enough people are going to want to watch me play, you know, these type of games anymore. I don't know. It depends on, you know, what all happens. I'm not going to, you know, play my channel off of what ifs, you know. I'm not going to worry about that stuff, because I did for the longest time, and that's one of his problems, is he overthinks everything and overanalyzes, and I get it. As someone who does that type of stuff, I get it. And it's hard not to do that. But it's like, I told him, like, you just have to do it. You just, like, as much as that meme wants to die, I have to bring it back, you know, you just gotta do it. Because it's like, if you don't do it and you sit there worrying about doing it, you're never gonna do it. So just start doing your YouTube channel. Worst case scenario, I'll take care of everything. You know, I'll edit I'll make your thumbnails. I'll edit your videos for you until you feel comfortable doing it, you know? And granted, yeah, that probably would take up a lot more of my time, because I'd be like editing 4 or 5 videos a day, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But the thing is it's like, if it nurtures another person's, you know, creativity, and I have to say, like, YouTube has actually helped me, like, the skills I've learned from being on YouTube for 5 years have helped me immensely in school. For instance, learning about Adobe After Effects, yes, but, like, using Premiere Pro and stuff like that. I am not a master. I wouldn't even call myself good at Premiere Pro, because honestly, like, most of my stuff's self-taught, and so I only know a certain skill set. But what I do know about Premiere Pro is I'm able to, you know, make videos. I'm able to do a lot of things in Premiere Pro. A lot of effects and stuff like that. And I'm dabbling in After Effects. I mean, I'm very much a newbie in After Effects. I know very little on how to do things. But like my outro that I used, that I don't use anymore because I lost it in the great PC purge of people leaving my life, but whatever. But anyway, I actually made that in After Effects. You know, I was doodling around with After Effects, and it was fun. I already messed with you. But anyway, like I said, if you're wanting to do YouTube, one thing you have to worry about before anything else is, A, make sure that if you're doing a gameplay channel, you need to make sure what games you can and can't play. Do a Google search, and I'm sure you'll find a list. But other than that, have fun. You know, don't worry about analytics. Don't worry about view counts, subscriber numbers, likes, dislikes, all that stuff. Don't worry about it, because guess what? In the grand scheme of things, a lot of that stuff actually helps you. For instance, a lot of people think that dislikes actually hinder or, you know, downvote the videos. And that's actually further from the truth. Videos that have high dislike and like ratios and comments and whatnot actually get further up in the algorithms, because they say, like, cool, people are discussing and talking about this and it's a hot topic, let's push it up. On top of that, views aren't even that big a deal. Like, it's not that as big a deal. I mean, it is a big deal, but watch time is actually the king of YouTube currently, or YouTube's current algorithm and monetization method. So, for instance, if you're doing watch time and stuff like, I'm not saying make videos that are just hours long, because that's stupid. You know, nobody's gonna watch it for that long. But that's partially why I switched to doing 30-minute Let's Plays instead of 20, because I was like, I mean, 10 more minutes of me getting stuff done, that's good. You know, that means less episodes of stuff I have to worry about, you know? But at the same time, it also ups the watch time. So it's like, if someone watches this for 30 minutes, then that is better than like 100 people watching it for 1 minute. You know, that's just how it works. And again, I'm not saying, like, this isn't a cheat sheet for YouTube's algorithm, because guess what? The YouTube algorithm changes daily. I think even faster than that, if I had to, you know, guess. And, you know, you never know what YouTube's got up its sleeve. Like, you know, they could change it to where it's like, cool, now watch times don't matter anymore. You know, or a certain thing mattered, but now it doesn't. You know, channels can rise and fall from that. If you base your channel off of that, you will end up becoming like, you'll end up growing big, but then plummeting. Because and I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen when YouTube had a major algorithm shift, back, I believe, in the early 2000s, when a lot of channels were very popular and very big, and then they just died. Like, it was horrible. And don't get me wrong, like, I have very, very, very many night terrors about YouTube. I have nightmares about me waking up one morning and my channel's just gone. And all those years and you know, experiences and stuff like that are just erased. And it's happened. I mean, not to my channel specifically, but it's happened to other YouTubers. And it's a very real fear. And I can understand why content creators may not want to be on YouTube. Honestly, some genres of stuff just don't work that well on YouTube. For instance, I would recommend, like, one person asked me about their drawing channel. And I told them, like, drawing is good. I'm glad you're flexing your creativity. That's awesome. I do recommend, if you're doing speed draws, do that. But I also recommend that you get a DeviantArt page, because that way you can actually get more people watching your other stuff. So it's like if you put in, like, if you put your art up on DeviantArt, you'll gather a following much, in my opinion, much faster than you will on YouTube for an art channel. And then, on top of that, you can also, like, leave links for the speed draw, where it's like, if someone wants to watch you speed draw, they can. And it's like, then you're adding more people, because it's like, DeviantArt already has a community of artists. So you'll not only get more people, like, saying, like, oh, your art's really good, or critiquing your art. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. They'll critique your art, but they'll also, like, some people will actually want to watch you, like, make the art. And so it's like, when they see the finished product, they'll be like, cool, that's awesome. I'm gonna, go watch it, their speed draw, because they left a link in the DeviantArt description. And that can really be a really good way to bolster your audience on DeviantArt. It's just, and there's no one-size-fits-all for YouTube. Like, just because I'm, saying this stuff and this is how it worked for me, that doesn't mean that's how it's going to work for you. You have to find your own way of doing things and figure it out. I mean, you can use the stuff I'm telling you to do, YouTube and stuff like that. Where did we get off on this? Like, seriously, I remember talking about a quest for daily, and now I'm over here. How did that happen? But anyway, long story short, if you plan on doing YouTube, do it your way. That's why they call it YouTube. Do it your way. And you'll find success, At least, don't go, swinging for the fences and hoping that you're just going to be this big PewDiePie or something like that. But just keep going. If it's something you really want to do, just keep at it. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. But anyway, I think I've rambled on enough for one day. So again, sorry that the episode wasn't exactly the most riveting of stuff, and we didn't get a lot done, but I needed to get some ponies leveled up anyway. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at our social links and see who the heck added us on this crazy train. We have 23 people. Holy cow! Okay, I accidentally hit the receive all button, so we're gonna have to wait a minute. Because unfortunately, this thing likes to freeze once it's getting its thing. Can I move? Wonder if I can cross out. Wonder if I can X out. Maybe. I don't think so. I think I've broken the game. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I know you got it in ya. I'm pretty sure I've broken the game. Oh, nope. Hey, there it goes. Awesome. Just took a minute. Alrighty, so, first up we've got Golden Music. Next up we've got Main Cake. And I'm not going to make jokes this time around, because again, we're already over 30 minutes to begin with, and I don't want to make a 40-minute episode. We've got Sweetie Star. We've got Spike Days. Nice picture, by the way. Sunset Night. Main Music. Pinkie Pie. Ah, that's too funny. Chocolate Cake. Sunset Cake. Flash Daisy. Nurse Daisy. Prim Music. Mr. Pants. Lucky Star. That's an anime right there. Sunset Pants. Apple Music. Starry Pie. Cloud Days. Photo Cake. Sweetie Night. That Thing. I think that's Russian. Cherry Night. And Rosy Star. So if you want to add any of those guys, you can always pause the video and add their little digits and stuff like that, and then you can have them in your friends list and whatnot. Sorry if I'm losing my voice. I've been talking a lot. But if you want to add me, this withered voiced man on your friends list for the My Opponent game from Gameloft, then my code is 0145. That's 0145. But anyway, guys, I'm UltraMag64. If you haven't checked out the My Opponent game from Gameloft just yet, then there's a link in the description down below for the Android and Apple versions of the game. But I'm UltraMag64, guys. Remember, whenever you're talking about inspirational stuff, make sure you stay on topic. For starters, I started off on Equestria Daily and then I ended up on YouTube. How'd I end up that? Jeez. And happy gaming. I'll catch you guys on the flip side with more crazy content and hopefully a more productive episode next week. Bye-bye!